Well, after Super Tuesday, a rematch between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump seems inevitable. Both candidates saw huge victories, and now Republican hopeful Nikki Haley is exiting the presidential race. Let's get right to Good Day's Robert Moses. He joins us now with the details. And Robert, she put up a good fight.
She did, and she was the last one standing against former President Donald Trump. But Tashani, we are getting word that she plans to speak this morning at 10 near her home in South Carolina. And yes, we do expect her to bow out of the race, but not endorse former President Donald Trump. Her decision comes after eking out just one win on Super Tuesday.
There's never been anything so conclusive.
Super Tuesday indeed proved super for former President Donald Trump, who soundly defeated Nikki Haley in 14 states from coast to coast. The former president, though, did not sweep the Republican contests. Haley won Vermont. Former President Trump did not mention her in his speech at Mar-a-Lago.
And we want to have unity, and we're going to have unity. And it's going to happen very quickly.
A spokesperson for Haley, who did not appear in public last night, responded, "Unity is not achieved by simply claiming we're united. Today, in state after state, there remains a large block of Republican primary voters who are expressing deep concerns about Donald Trump." Like former President Trump, President Joe Biden enjoyed a triumphant night, with one small exception. He lost American Samoa to a little-known candidate named Jason Padres, who will compete in November to fill the Senate seat long held by Democrat Dianne Feinstein, who died in September. And in Texas, Congressman Colin Allred, a former NFL linebacker, won the Democratic primary for Senate and will take on incumbent Republican Ted Cruz this fall.
In a statement, President Biden warned of former President Trump's, quote, extreme plan to take us forward. Every generation of Americans will face a moment when it has to defend democracy, the president said. This is our fight. That is a theme the president will likely reinforce at his State of the Union address tomorrow. But Dan, again, the late word into us this morning is that Nikki Haley plans to bow out of the presidential race. Back to you.